Thank you, Chairman Bouchon, Ranking Member Lipinski, and members of the subcommittee. Appreciate you inviting me to participate in this important discussion today. In addition to my role as a professor at the University of Illinois, I also wanted to mention that I serve as the Executive Director of the Rail Transportation and Engineering Center and as Director of the National University Rail Center. The new Rail Center is funded by the U.S. DOT, and it's one of the UTCs that Secretary Winfree already referred to. In addition to our university, it includes the University of Illinois at Chicago, University of Kentucky, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the Michigan Technological University, and Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology in Indiana. Prior to my position with the university, I worked with the Association of American Railroads here in Washington, where I managed and conducted research to improve the environmental and safety performance of railroads. The point is that railroads research has been the principal focus of my entire professional career of 26 years with the AAR and the university. Now, let me state at the outset that the opinions I express here are my own and do not necessarily represent those of the University of Illinois. As has already been stated, the economic competitiveness of the United States depends on safe, reliable, and efficient movement of goods and people over an integrated, multimodal transportation network. Rail plays an essential role in this system. Each transport mode has a particular niche, and use of an inappropriate mode for the incorrect task reduces U.S. efficiency, competitiveness, and environmental sustainability. Changing demands of the transportation system will require new approaches to meet 21st century needs, and effectively responding to these changes requires research to develop solutions. Railroads uniquely combine high speed and energy efficiency with the ability to safely move large quantities of heavy freight or large numbers of passengers at low cost. The demand for greater efficiency and capacity in the U.S. transportation system means that rail's already important role will increase, and research is needed to help fulfill this potential. Overseas, passenger rail transport has become highly advanced. Meanwhile, a similar transformation has occurred on North American freight railroads, which have developed sophisticated technologies that allow them to efficiently move enormous volumes of freight. This benefits the U.S. economy and society, so a significant issue facing the U.S. rail community is how to improve passenger rail service while at the same time helping our freight rail system continue to prosper. The Federal Railroad Administration, the AAR, the New Rail Center, and other organizations are conducting strategic research aimed at improving rail safety, efficiency, capacity, environmental impact, and performance, which all benefit U.S. economic competitiveness. Addressing these is a principal theme of the New Rail Center, especially as they relate to shared rail corridors. Among the challenges to implementing research is adapting regulations to take full advantage of advanced technologies that can improve rail safety. Another challenge is that rail research receives much less funding than other modes. The development of beneficial new rail technologies and solutions could be accelerated if more funding were available. The New Rail Center is a consortium of 7 colleges and universities that I already mentioned. It was formed in 2012, and it is the first rail-focused U.S. DOT UTC. Its role is particularly important because by the late 20th century, rail research and education had nearly disappeared from U.S. college campuses, with the resultant decline in graduates educated in the principles of rail engineering and transport. Ironically, this coincided with the increasing demand for such students due to the renaissance of the U.S. railroads. The New Rail Center's mission includes rail education, research, and technology transfer, all of which include significant railroad workforce development activities aimed at undergraduates, graduate students, and other students of all ages. Now, as the Chairman has already mentioned, Congress understands the need for funding transportation infrastructure, and it should be equally mindful of the corresponding need for a new generation of well-educated transportation professionals to plan, design, build, and operate the most efficient transportation system in the world. The UTC research program is critical to development of the transportation solutions needed for the 21st century and to educating the next generation of transportation professionals. The UTC program should be reauthorized in full with a clear multimodal focus that allows centers to take full advantage of all their strengths addressing interrelated U.S. DOT strategic goals. It should also allow other government agencies to fund additional centers beyond the core program. Finally, competitive selection of centers helps ensure that U.S. UTC awards are based on merit and that the program will provide maximum value to U.S. taxpayers and to the transportation community. Thank you very much. I'll be happy to take any questions.